Before disaster struck, before fire and famine, there was a voice, Joel, a prophet of Judah. His very name, meaning the Lord is God, echoed a truth his people had nearly forgotten. We know little of his background or age, but his words carried the weight of heaven. Joel spoke to a nation in ruins, not just in their fields and cities, but deep within their hearts. He stood as a messenger, calling out to people who had lost their way, reminding them of the presence and power of God. As we begin this journey, let's step into the world of Joel, a world on the edge of transformation. Land was stripped bare by a plague of locusts, wave after relentless wave. Fields vanished, vines were cut down, and joy withered from the hearts of the people. This was more than a natural disaster, it was a message. The devastation in the land mirrored the devastation within their souls. Joel's words painted a vivid picture of a nation brought low not just by famine but by spiritual emptiness. The silence after the swarm was deafening, a divine wake-up call echoing through the ruin. In this moment of loss, the people were forced to confront the true state of their hearts and their need for something greater. The silence that followed the word of the Lord came. Wake up and weep. This was not punishment for its own sake but discipline meant to restore. God was calling his people back not to empty rituals but to true repentance. He asked for torn hearts, not just torn clothes. Even in judgment, God's character shone through, gracious, merciful, slow to anger, and overflowing with love. Joel's message was clear: return to God with all your heart. This call to repentance was both a warning and an invitation, offering hope even in the midst of sorrow. Joel spoke of a coming day, the day of the Lord. It would be a day of darkness and shaking, a moment when heaven would intervene in human history. For the proud, it would bring terror; for the repentant, deliverance. No one could escape its arrival, but everyone could prepare. Joel's prophecy was both a warning and a promise, urging the people to turn their hearts before it was too late. This day would reveal the true nature of every heart and the justice of God, but also his readiness to save those who return to him. After the call to repentance, hope began to rise. God promised, "I will restore the years the locusts have eaten." This restoration was not just about crops or material things, but about lost time, broken seasons, and wasted strength. God's redemption would remove shame, bring back joy, and cause praise to rise again. Joel's message ended not in despair, but in the assurance that God redeems what is lost. The story of Joel is ultimately one of hope, of a people restored, and a future reclaimed through the mercy and love of God.